Okay, I'm Wilson, but before that, I want to say something for SPCA. On the right-hand side is my cat, Tammy. I actually adopted her 6 years ago. So adopt a cat before you actually buy one. So today, I want to talk about early treatment that I actually developed for pets and actually for you later on. So our team, actually 4 years ago, we are all students, but within these 4 years, 3 years, we turned into a catcher of the dream, the DreamCatcher. So, okay, what we are working on is a disease called osteoarthritis. But you know that it's a really serious disease that actually there's no treatment at all. You have to suffer that for like 10 years before probably, yeah, with your knee turn into a metal. So I guess that's something that we can do, right? But certainly I'm not the really top scientist, but there should be other scientists that do the job. Like a few years ago, you actually reported in Nature that maybe if you have knee problem, you probably start with your knee bone. And indeed, this piece of bone is some bone from the patient that we took from Queen Mary Hospital. And you can see, wow, such a big hole in your knee, 5 mm in size. So with this 5 mm hole, okay, what will actually happen? So we did an in-house computer simulation. It's actually the computer model. We found that if there's a bone damage, that will turn into cartilage damage later on, and it's turned into a vicious cycle. So what we can do is that fill the bone cysts. So we need a material. So in the past few years, we worked on the material, and it's now okay in there because we are going to manufacture that in France in a GMP, and we will market that as an animal product. But why animal? Because, yeah, first of all, we want to save animal. Second of all, we are a startup, we want to get cash flow in order to survive. Thirdly, as this is a new kind of material that can be injected for a really small needle, that means we are the only first bone cement that can save the really small cat and really small dogs. So we are the only treatment on this planet. But after all, our target is still the human market. So, but if you have the treatment, it's not everything. You need diagnosis. So we partnered with another company in Austria where they are doing the world's first X-ray machine learning diagnosis with your knee X-ray. With the diagnosis, and we have the treatment, so we actually can do everything that we want to do for the knee joint. However, it can be a bone problem, it can be a cartilage problem. Our material is actually the only first material that can be used to inject to such a small hole in the bone. But then, yeah, for cartilage, yeah, there's so many partners out there, and we partner with a listed company in Australia. They can provide us with the cell or the treatment that we want for the cartilage. However, it actually depends on others to provide the cartilage treatment, and that's why we are doing parallel research on a new kind of biomaterials that can actually replace the cartilage. The good thing is that it can mass produce. Unlike the cell, which actually is costly, it cannot mass produce, but this kind of material, it looks like cartilage, yeah, it can do a lot of things at the same time, mass produce. The cost is so low. On the other hand, for this new material project, we planned that within this year. Actually, in the past 2 years, we did all the pilot studies, and we're going to do more in-depth research within this year. And the target of this project, DreamCatchers support us, will be, I guess, yeah. And we will work with the university, and we'll patent the technology, raise more funding, leverage all the possibility, and we will take it to the hospital, vet hospital, as we say, Jockey Club, and the clinic, the vet clinic, to test this kind of new material. So within these 3 years, 4 years time, we actually built a lot of relationship where actually we work together. For the vet, we work with CTU and the PAVC, Jockey Club, and SPCA. And for the clinical part, we work with HKU, Chinese University, Jiao Tong University, and Beihang University. And we're actually supported by ITC, Science Park, French government, and Austrian government. So lastly, okay, our team for this MOF project is, yeah, we all founders from the company. We have been studying here since our degree, my master, my PhD, where we believe that we have to cultivate and knowledge generation by generation of our university. So we have a lot of interns from Hong Kong U also, where for this project we got other advisors from Hong Kong U where they actually did their degree here. So 70 years of excellence. So, yeah, on the other hand, these are the local advisors where we still have advisors in Paris and in Vienna. So I hope that if with the support from the commercial field, these are like senior leader and Forbes, this the company. I hope we have a complete team that we can bring us success. So at the end, these are the prize that we got from all 4 years. Yeah, thank you. So, questions?
Thank you. Now, tell me, who designed and who prepare and synthesize your MOF materials?
That's a really good question.
And what these are? What are these materials?
Okay, we have a panels of material. This is a really scientific question. Okay, we have a panels of material. Actually, this was developed by another friend of my partner, where they were in the same hall 10 years ago. And that friends worked for the chemistry department, where he then finished the PhD, RAP, and then went to Shantou University, where we partner with the Shantou University to develop MOF. But for the content of what kind of material, I cannot tell you.
Are they toxic?
No, certainly. If it's toxic, I cannot use that.
How do you know they're not toxic?
Biocompatibility testing, ISO 10993. Yeah, ISO standard.
I want to talk a little bit about business. Who will be your customer eventually? Who will pay you?
Okay, at first, because it's still some time before we can market our animal product, but if you sell your animal product, basically the vet hospital, the hospital where they want to try our product, they are our customer. But there are actually some crypto money where we actually, like, let's say, for the Austria X-ray technology, the X-ray technology here, they developed that in Austria. They tested in Caucasian population for like 1,000 of samples. And we took that technology to Hong Kong, to China, to Taiwan. And we are going to test this test on 3,000 human sample this year. And we take the China right.
Well, I think you need to think about, are you going to sell equipment, or are you going to sell this as a drug? Probably not a drug, but are you going to sell it as a service?
It's actually a license. This one is a license.
So the hospital will have to develop their own solutions or machine to do it.
No. This is a software. They have all the hardware already. We just give them the standard operating procedure for operating the software, and we can tell whether this patient will develop osteoarthritis within 3 years. And so we get the money from the license.
So you do not have a product, you have a license.
Oh, this is the X-ray, but our product is actually the bone product, where we actually sell it. Because if I have the treatment and we don't have the diagnosis, it's useless. We need the diagnosis and we need the treatment, and we provide the treatment, the bone material that we developed. So, but at the same time, in order to make this a complete treatment, we need diagnosis, so we get a partnership with another company. So, that's how we make money. Sell the product of
I'm sorry, but what is your product?
Bone material.
I think you have to make it a lot more simple. So you're selling a chemical.
Yeah.
And someone has to create a machine or some sort of equipment to be able to inject it into it. Forget about the diagnostics. I'm sure someone will do the diagnostic. Right? Someone will have the equipment to a needle or something. I don't know, but
these are all standard equipment, applicable even for my material. Applicable, yeah. You can buy Stryker and Johnson.
So your business is to sell a chemical?
Yeah, we sell the chemical, GMP standard, yeah.
Not the license?
No. Yeah, because for license, we speak with...
I think if you talk to investor, you better make it very simple. For people are stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Especially investors.
These are really quite... Yeah, this is actually quite technical, yeah. So actually all my angels and all my investors are in UK and not in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, it's really hard to get someone who will invest in this thing. Sorry.
I'm stupid, I'm sorry.
It's okay, yeah, I can explain to you. You're the CEO, come on.
So for a pilot study, did you do this on the pets or mouse?
Which, the animal studies?
Pilot study, you have carried out a pilot study.
For MOF, we didn't. For MOF, it's just the cell studies.
So you have not even done the pilot study.
But for the original bone material, we did 3 animal models. For the new one, we need money. Yeah. We have to persuade our investor that we have to do another product when we have the own product already. So it's a bit hard. Yeah.
Okay, so your product is actually helping the bone, right? However, if the cartilage is damaged already, if you recover the bone, but still the bone will be damaged again.
So it's a vicious cycle, the bone, cartilage, bone, cartilage. So if you have the bone problem, I fix the bone problem. I will fix the bone problem with my original material that we developed in 3 years, within these 3 years. But if you want to cure your cartilage also, because normally they damage at the same time, then at this moment we worked with a listed company that can help the cartilage. However, we don't want to rely on anyone in the future. So that's why we developed MOF to cure the cartilage part. So let's say 5 years later, we will have the bone material and the cartilage material. Yeah, thank you. So if you have a question, just ask me, yeah?